Okay, welcome everyone. It's Wednesday morning. I missed you guys on Monday because it was Memorial Day, and I had taken off to the mountains for my nephew's wedding, which was beautiful. It was so nice to get away and be in a cabin for the weekend. But I'm also equally happy to be back because I didn't get any yoga in, and I'm probably going to feel sore tomorrow because I didn't move my body enough. So hopefully we'll get enough movement in today, but we're also going to incorporate a little stillness. This is gentle / restorative. Something that I want to focus on today is the idea that each of the energy fields in the body, what we call chakras, each of them govern something differently, physically, psychologically, and spiritually. And we talk about this at different intervals through the year, and I'm going to be doing a restorative workshop based on chakras on a Friday night, which will be the 10th. So not this Friday, but next Friday, if you're interested in joining. All I want to say about the chakras today is that when we are aligned with our chakras, when they're balanced and working harmoniously together, we feel more whole, we feel more complete. We feel like we're optimally operating, So think about the first chakra is a lot of our conditioning, a lot of our past, and whether or not that is supportive of the relationships that we have, right? And moving into the second chakra and the relationships that we have with others, how are we relating to ourselves? Because this is the seat of the ego, solar plexus. If we are connecting to the ego, it's all about whether or not we have the willpower to pursue our passion, whether or not we feel driven and motivated to get some things done. This is where we feel either empowered or disempowered. So this is an important aspect of our personality with our likes and our dislikes and what we happen to be chasing. At the same time, we want to marry that with the soulful side of the heart. So today, that's what I want us to focus on, how the solar plexus in the heart can be aligned and supportive of each other. And there was a quote that I heard a couple of days ago, and I wanted to share it with you. When energy is moving down the chain of the chakras, we talk about it being aligned in manifestation. When energy is moving upstream in the chakras and things are aligning, it's about our spiritual enlightenment or unfoldment or growth. So with the two coming together, the ego and the soul, this is the quote I heard the other day: spirit without matter is motionless, and matter without spirit is lifeless. And I thought that was beautiful, and I wanted to share that with you. So we're going to start actually in a restorative position before we get to moving. And we're going to bring the bolster behind our back so that we can roll onto it. Each bolster may be a little different in its structure and its thickness. Check in if you need more padding or support for your head and neck. You can add in a blanket. Our arms are going to fan off to the wood floor, and we're going to flip the hands open and gently close the eyes. As you close the lids of the eyes down and start to incorporate a deeper yogic breath, you'll find that as you deepen the flow of your breath, you're going to have movement in these two areas. Allow your inner awareness to surf the wave of the breath as it undulates up and down. I want you to set your intention to combine your willpower with your sacred heart, to bring your ego into alignment with your higher self or soul. This is an important theme for our practice today because life continues to give us blows and disappointments and shocks. And as these shock waves come to us, the way that we can come back to feeling contented, the way that we can come back to feeling harmoniously balanced, the way that we come back home to ourselves is to be able to connect back to our heart. In order to stay uplifted, in order to get re-inspired. So that's our goal for today. We learn how to master the breath. We can learn how to master ourselves. So when we're going into any active movement today, always be aware of your breath. Because if it's held, if it's restrained, if you struggle with the breath, it means you're doing too much physically. Now go ahead and start to draw the legs closer together. Bend your left knee. And then allow that knee to turn open and out. So it's like a reclined tree pose. Just kind of scan through your body and notice, are you having any difficulty softening this area around the left hip? Notice if you feel any resistance on allowing the belly to bellow in and out as you breathe. Let's all take a cleansing breath together, breathing in through the nose. Let it escape through the mouth. Lift your left knee, slide that leg out, and then bend your right knee and open from that. Spirit without matter is motionless. Matter without spirit is lifeless. I often think about the poses coming to life when we're being more animated and expressive with our movement. But really, it also comes in through the power of the breath. Sometimes these movements and shapes are trying to break through some stagnation, break through some kinks or blockages, so that this energy and life force can free flow and course through the body. Creating these shapes and creating this movement also helps us to detoxify the mind and the body. Let's end this side with a cleansing breath. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe it out through the mouth. Inhale, lift your right knee, and as you exhale, slide your left foot back. Heel toe the feet apart from each other until they're residing on each side strip of the mat. And as you exhale, let the knees roll to the right. Inhale, bring the knees back to face the ceiling. And as you exhale, let the knees rock to the left. Inhale, pass through center. Exhale, lean the knees off to the right. Maybe bury that left knee down a little bit more without the intention to touch down. Inhale, knees return. And exhale, knees lower to the left. This time making the right leg a little heavier. Do that one more time to each side. And the next time you roll the knees to the right, go ahead and spin over to that side of the body. Push down into your left hand. We're going to come to sit on the bolster, and we're going to open up our strap. When you open it up, it may perhaps be in a loop. Okay if it is. But basically, I want you to hold it almost as wide as your knees, so that when you lift the arms up overhead, we're going to slowly track it back until we get stuck, right? I'm stuck here. So because I'm stuck here, I'm going to widen my grip on the strap until the point where I can drop the arms right behind my upper back. And then you're going to breathe into your chest. Breathe into the cavity of the chest. Breathe into those connective tissues that attach the arms to the torso. Make sure that breath is clear. No obstructions on the inhale or the exhale. On your next in-breath, let's lift the arms straight up. And exhale, lower the arms down. Right, this time we're narrowing our hands, holding it about shoulder distance apart, and bringing the arms back up to frame the face. Now with your arms being held here, feel the muscles in your back waking up. Feel the muscles in your abdomen stretching open. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, curve to one side. Now check in with your breath here. Any obstruction on either the inhale or exhale, do a little less physically. Because the breath, more than anything, can align the ego to the soul. The solar plexus to the heart. Our willpower and strength with our love and compassion and courage. Inhale, rise up to the top. Exhale, lean across to the other side. Now, two of those words I just mentioned come in with this affirmation. Strength and courage fill up my body cells. Strength from the core, courage from the heart. Inhale, bring it back up overhead. And as you exhale, gently lower the arms back. Now we're going to hold on to this strap. We're going to bring it with us when we come to stand. at the top portion of the mat. Lodge your feet down into the floor and line the leg bones to one side. We're holding that strap shoulder distance apart. We're lifting the arms straight up. Rooting the feet down. Pulling up through the navel center. That should happen naturally when the arms lift, but at least connect to that sensation. And on the exhalation, we're gonna pour down into our Uttanasana. Now, when you come down into your Uttanasana, you can let the strap go briefly and just bow over and down. Gravitating the heart a little lower towards the knees. Crown of the head facing down. Affirming here, nothing and no one on this earth can hold me down or back. If that means we want to rise up to our potentiality, it means we need to align those chakras, that we can move beyond the past into our destiny. Inhale, slide your hands up your thigh bones. Come up halfway and let your shoulders roll back so your heart can shine forward. Your belly is hugging in. And as you exhale, gently roll it down. All right, we're gonna pick up that strap again, holding it shoulder distance or wider. Bring it all the way up with you. Arch it back. Exhale, lower the arms down. Release one hand, bring it behind your back. Inhale, shoulders roll back, heart opens wide. Exhale, bend your knees deep, slide your hips back, fold over your thighs, and elevate your arms. Breathe. So anytime we're opening the shoulders, we're actually creating a partial back bend. We're opening up the heart. All right, let's lower the strap past the buttocks down towards our heels. Release one end of the strap, bring it with you. Bring it back in front. Lift the arms straight up overhead, Urdhva. Bury the feet down into the floor to get the legs more active. Make sure that you're not tucking the tailbone, that your thighs are rolling in and back. Exhale, pour down. Uttanasana, feel free to soften your knees. Feel free to let go of your strap as you lower down. Inhale, slide your hands up to the hip crease. Create that 90-degree angle with your body. Looking out with the eyes, and then exhale, lower back down again. All right, we're bringing that strap with us. Inhale, bringing the arms straight up. And now drive the hips and thighs forward as you back bend. Exhale, relieve that contraction in your back as you lower the arms. Remove one side of the strap from your hands to carry it behind your back. Loop the shoulders back, lift the hands up. Exhale, bend the knees, shift the hips back, lower gently over your lap. Head releases down towards your shins. Holding and breathing here. We're gonna do this sequence one more time. So bring the strap below the buttocks down to your heels. Slide it out in front of you, take a hold, push down through the feet, come all the way up to stand, Urdhva. Leg bones stacked, each vertebra stacked. Exhale, pour down, Uttanasana. Head releases. Inhale, halfway up. Forming that 90-degree angle with your body, torso parallel to the ground. Exhale, release. Bringing it up to the back bend. Hand holding the strap, bringing it overhead, shifting your hips forward, arching back, gazing up towards the ceiling above. Exhale, bring the hands down. Let that strap circle behind your back. Last one. Shoulders roll back, arms lift away from the sacrum. Exhale, bend the knees and release down.
I think the bent knees is the more gentle version of this position versus being over straight legs. Now release the strap down past your buttocks to the heels, slide it off to the side. And now bring the hands down to the floor, step back to plank. Pause here in your plank position, and you may need to come down to your forearms. You may feel the need to drop the knees to table to make it more gentle. From here, in plank, you're gonna rock forward with your feet. You're gonna lower down to chaturanga, pass chaturanga onto the belly, slide your forearms forward, and rise up to sphinx. Elbows lodged underneath the shoulders, hands out in front of you, legs lengthening back behind you. Buttocks is toning and squeezing, head is lifted. Eyes can be open or shut. Affirming here, I rise joyfully to each and every opportunity. As you exhale, slide your hands back, lower down to the brow. Inhale, push up to table, and exhaling to downward facing dog. Now from Adho Mukha Svanasana, let's be here, focusing on the hands first. Hands shoulder distance apart, palms and fingers flattening down. Pushing into the mound of the hand versus the wrist. Press back away from your wrist into your hips. Put a little pressure down to the balls of the feet. See if your heels can levitate a little more. Make sure your breath is available and free. When you're ready, travel the feet forward to the top of the mat. Once you fall down, bow the head, flip your hands open. We're going to work into some standing poses now. So on your next in-breath, you're going to step back with your right foot. You're going to lower that heel down, keeping the front knee lunging and lifting the arms up to warrior one. So when you come to warrior one, let's focus on rooting the feet, opening that front thigh, squaring the hips, lifting out of the side waist and through the fingertips, gazing straight ahead. Head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And then bring your hands to prayer position. All right, we're gonna open the belly and the chest. Willpower to the soul. So inhale, expand, open. Exhale, relieve the back, hands to hearts. All right, inhale, contract the back body, expand and open the front body. Exhale, hands to hearts. Good, one more. With your hands in prayer, with your back straight, slowly hinge forward, similar to lightning lunge, except really stay glued down with your back heel. I know that's a really deep stretch for the calves. I'm feeling it big time after all that hiking. All right, bring the hands down. Spin off the back heel and drop down to the back knee, shin, foot. Check in, because I know some of you have extra padding that you may need to apply underneath the back knee. Otherwise, press through the left foot, climb up to Anjaneyasana, have lunge. And then bring the hands down to prayer. All right, so when we were doing that option in warrior one, we didn't change the lower body. We only changed the upper body, but we're going to incorporate the lower body with this section.
So as we inhale, we're gonna drop the hips and open the chest. And as we exhale, we pull up to the pelvic floor, hands to the heart. That's it. Inhale, sink and open. Exhale, draw up and close the hands. Good, one more. Good, now place the palms down. Slowly glide the left knee back. And extend the right leg off to the side, foot down. Stargazer, open the right hand, spiral it up towards the heavens, and focus on the belly and chest, opening, twisting, revolving. Good, exhale, lower the right hand down, join it with the right knee, curl the back toes under, and lift off to downward facing dog. From Adho Mukha Svanasana, just let your head hang between the arms. Collect everything towards the third eye, the place of our inner knowing. And knowing that intuition actually stems from the heart, that we can only hear that call from the heart if we're not entrapped by the ego. And the ego is aligned with the soul. Let's walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. We're meeting in the standing forward fold. But now we're going to go back into that standing sequence. So the left foot will step back, the back heel will drop down. We'll float the hands up and come to Virabhadrasana 1. From Warrior 1, head over shoulder, shoulders over hips. Feet heavy. Lining the vertebrae, setting your drishti. Bringing hands down to prayer position at the heart. All right, here we go. Inhale, open the gates of the heart. Exhale, hands to prayer. Continue that. And this time when hands come to prayer, lean ahead. Slight angle. Very similar to lightning lunge, just a different hand position. Now bring the hands down, spin off the back heel. Descend your back knee, shin, and foot. Anjaneyasana, half lunge. Erecting the spine. And then bring in Anjali Mudra to the sternum. And then we're gonna sink the hips as we expand and open the heart. Exhale, pull back, hands meet together. Continue that. Now bring the hands down, slide your right knee back. Take your left leg to your left side. Let's take that twist, spinning open to the left. From Stargazer pose, exhale, lower that top hand as well as the left knee. Check in with both knees. Add in that extra support as we're coming up to standing Vajrasana. So the same motion here, inhale, lift the arms, and then create your winged position in Ustrasana. As you exhale, we're pouring over the lap, child's pose.
And we're doing that a few more rounds. Inhale, we're lifting up, arching back. Exhaling to child's. Keep that flowing. You're in charge of how much you do. Feel that catch, respect it. Try not to go past it. All right, this time when you drop to child's, we're gonna scoot the big toes together. And then we're gonna slide the knees a little wider. And this is where we're gonna bring that bolster back in between the thighs to lower down to one cheek. It's better to rest on your brow, that's okay. But is it possible to slide your arms a little wider? Let your chest surrender down. The space to open up in between the shoulder blades. Turning here to hold and now release and relax away from all outer involvements into my own inner haven of peace. And gently turn and rest on the opposite side of the face. If you're still on the brow, you can stay. Notice if you turn from your neck, if there's one or the other side that seems more tight and restricted. And slide your hands closer, slowly prop yourself up.
I'm gonna slide that away for a moment. And I'm thinking about your wrist for this next one. You may want to be here and just push down through the forearms to lift your chest, and that gives the same action in the shoulders that I'm gonna be showing them. If anybody else needs to stay off their wrist, you can do that. Otherwise, have your knees bent, your hands behind you. And we're gonna come up into reverse tabletop, or what's called altar pose. By pushing down through the palms and feet, tucking the tailbone, lifting thighs to tag your chest. Turning to opening the front side of the body. One last breath, give yourself an extra little boost, and then exhale gently. Okay. Now, your shins are gonna move off. We come to the front of your mat. Donna, if you could face the front door. Have your shins to the left hip. Okay, she's gonna do it the other way. No, that's okay. Let's follow Donna, because I don't want you to get confused. Let's do bolster to the left hip, shins to the right. Doesn't really matter which way we turn. But we're gonna lift up energetically and then start to revolve around to face the bolster. That's it. And then gently lower down upon it. And just like child's pose, you can turn any direction. To the face or to a temple. Figure out what serves you well. And slide your arms a little wide. It made me think today when I was getting this lesson plan together on bringing the solar plexus to align with the heart, or the ego to the soul. That's really what was meant in the last motto we had at the previous studio. We had changed the motto to drop in, get real, and yoga up. That idea was dropping in to get grounded and rooted in yourself. The getting real was understanding that the ego can create suffering and how we can rise above it. Moving in to the truth, the essence of who we are, and moving up the chakras, being more embedded in the heart. Drop in, get real, yoga up. We don't want the willpower to just be all about strength, or it being enforced. But a strength that holds morals. The morals that can come when the consciousness is on the rise. When we're aware of consequences.
within our behavior. In this moment, be quiet and contemplative towards that. Let's slide hands in. We press ourselves up. The bolster can stay, and we'll just turn the body. Be sure to align the spine. Core to connect twist, and lowering back down. And if we did turn to one temple or cheek, be sure to rotate to the other. Discovering how you can submit more of your weight down. See if you're holding anywhere. If you are, attempting to let go. Whether that's in a muscular way, whether that's in an energetic way. Maybe you're holding on to a thought or feeling. Feel free while you're here to even try to imagine those colors blending between these two chakras. The yellow with the green. Ready, sliding your hands closer. Slowly building your way back up.
up. Face me. Sit cross-legged for a moment. Hold your shins. As you inhale, bring the heart forward and up. And as you exhale, press back into your shoulders. And do that a few rounds. Inhale, heart and chin lift. Exhale, chest concaves and head bows in. And then we're going to find that bolster. Sit right at the edge. Hands resting down to the left. Eyes turn down as well. Go ahead and take a moment to picture that yellow and green blending together like a lava lamp, or like a marble. It's colors that represent the third and the fourth chakras. Bring your right hand over your belly, your left hand over your chest. Take a few deep breaths. Be encouraged from this practice to align these chakras together. The ego or the lower self meets the soul of the higher self. They work together in unison. To give us the drive, to allow us to be motivated towards our passionate pursuits. At the same time, live by a moral code, to be loving and compassionate and forgiving beings. Joining the palms together to prayer position at the heart. The light and the love that I hold within my heart bows humbly and respectfully to the love and the light you hold within yours. When I am sitting and residing in my heart space and you are sitting and residing in yours, we are one. Namaste. Thanks you guys for joining the practice today. Thank you.
You're welcome.